Overall, the radar is not completely covered by color, so it is sort of hit or miss showers and storms. But we now have two flash flood warnings out, one for the Slidell area and parts of St. Tammany Parish until about 3 p.m. And then also now in New Orleans, we've seen these downpours forming up over the city and especially around parts of Metairie and Jefferson Parish. So there's now a new flash flood warning out for this green shaded area. So both spots around Slidell and St. Tammany, and now in Orleans and much of Jefferson Parish. Flash flood warning until about 3 p.m. or so. We'll see if that ends a bit earlier if the rain does subside pretty quick. But we're getting fast rain, and it could be causing those problems, especially in those areas you know about that tend to fill up with water when we get heavy rain. Try to avoid those if you can. Maybe just kind of stay put if you're under one of these thunderstorms at this point. Again, watching these showers and storms over Slidell and looking at the rainfall totals, they've really gone up to near 4 inches, as I mentioned, and still rain coming down in Slidell. So please remember, of course, the big thing with a flash flood warning, don't drive on any roads that are covered with water. Very dangerous to do that. Our live radar showing some rain also around our coast, but not as heavy as what we're seeing right now over North Shore spots and our south of the lake locations too. Look at Slidell at the airport. It is now registering almost 4 inches of rain. And as I said, the rain's still coming down. Not much showing up just yet for South Shore spots, but it is increasing, of course, in those spots like Metairie and into almost the Kenner area, where we do expect to get some numbers for totals in just a bit. High resolution model not doing a good job, not really picking up on where we're seeing the hot spots right now. It does kind of have some generally in Slidell area or in the Slidell area, but not really doing a perfect job. Note though, overall, we should see the rain, I think, overall tapering off through this afternoon and into the evening. Tonight by 9 p.m. wants to flare up a few showers and storms near Baton Rouge. But I think by tonight around sunset and beyond, we should be a lot quieter than what we're seeing at the moment. Moving into tomorrow, Tuesday, we're starting off quiet and our pattern will begin to shift tomorrow. But it looks like tomorrow we may have a few spotty showers and storms. The rain chance tomorrow about 30%. Looks like a rainy day, feels like a rainy day out there. And of course, even when it's not raining, for example, like this camera on the West Bank, it has that look and feel. Slidell just 76 degrees, the lakefront 83, and then if you hop over to somewhere where it hasn't been raining recently, it's lower 90s. So one of these days where our temperatures really vary depending on whether you're getting the downpours or whether you're dry. For today, we'll go ahead and say our high temperature around 89, could be a bit higher, like some of you already a bit higher. Rain around and humid for sure. We've had this more humid and more moisture laden air mass, which is partially why we're getting those heavier downpours. North and south of the lake tonight in the 70s. And then here's our upper pattern. We've had an upper low. We also have some surface features helping enhance the rain chance today. Tomorrow, sort of a transition day, and then later this week, here comes the big H, the big high building back. So we will be turning hotter and drier. But any rain we get, we don't need too much all at once to cause flooding issues, but it is good to get the rain as we do have drought conditions, that extreme drought on the map for our whole area, including coastal Mississippi. And touching on the tropics quickly, there are two spots, Katia and Gert. Neither of those is an active storm anymore. We do have these two spots that we've been watching, though. Just putting this into motion here, this might soon be Tropical Storm Lee, but it looks like global models want to take it out north of the Caribbean and curve it off to the north, maybe somewhere around Bermuda. So we will see at this point for the Gulf of Mexico, it doesn't appear like it will be reaching the Gulf. So we'll keep you updated. Of course, we'll watch everything very closely as it's still early, but at this point, no tropical threats for us. Here's your forecast. Temperatures going up as our rain chances go down later this week.